for Janmashtami, which just passed not too long ago, just a few nights ago, and that was the birth of Lord Krishna. And for those of you who are familiar with Krishna, he's all about karma, he's all about good action, and that's why we're here as well.
Again now. Let's talk with Lakshmi. Bring the topics, let we chat now.
Good evening, and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi, a show about us, our people, our community, our culture, our experiences. And viewers, I'm standing right now at Jamaica Bay with Aminta. Aminta is the co-founder of Sadhana, and Aminta, along with her organization of Sadhana, has coordinated a beach cleanup right here in Jamaica Bay.
Yay! That's why we're here as well, and that's what we are as well at Sadhana, is about committing good action on the earth for the world, and so we're here to do that. And I think we all have a special place in our heart for Krishna. So we decided to have this be one of the events that we're doing for this fall. The second reason we're here is because we want to launch Project Prithvi, which is our environmental justice initiative, and we want to do that with the help of the youth in this community and communities at large in New York. And Project Prithvi is an environmental justice initiative where we'd like to raise awareness about the earth and protecting the earth in Hindu settings, whether that be in the temples or at the beaches where offerings are made. Particularly with styrofoam, which we find a lot everywhere and needs to be gotten rid of just because it never degrades and it always is alive, and it shouldn't be, in my opinion.
Namaste Sitaram. We'll say a very, very simple prayer that all of us know. It's Om Bhur Bhuva Swah, the Gayatri mantra. So we'll close our eyes. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Now, Aminta, congratulations on all of the great work that you've been doing. Can you tell our viewers exactly where we are here in Queens, New York?
So currently we're in the Rockaways. We're at Dubas Point Wildlife Sanctuary. We're working with the Rockaway Waterfront Alliance here. They do a lot of work, as you'll see, with the Rockaways and with Dubas Point to preserve the environment here. So we are currently in Dubas Point.
Now, I know this beach cleanup, Aminta, is something that you've been doing for a few years now. It's not anything new for you. But can you tell our viewers why? Why are you cleaning up today?
Lakshmi, there's many reasons I'm cleaning up. The first reason is because I believe very strongly in seva in all aspects, in the world, in general. But why the beach? Why cleaning up the beach?
Right.
Because As a Hindu, I feel a kinship to the environment. I feel a kinship to Prithvi Maa, which is Mother Earth. And I feel like as Hindus, we sometimes, although we're supposed to revere the earth, sometimes we abuse the earth.
Right.
We, of course, tradition requires us to dispose of our offerings in the beach. And I'm in full support of that. But I'm not in full support of us offering up materials that are not biodegradable. And so we're here cleaning up the beach in hopes that this will be a larger advocacy campaign for Hindus who care about the environment but at the same time want to preserve tradition. And there is a way to mesh that and to kind of toe the line right in the middle where you're not really breaking tradition and you're also protecting the environment. So we're here cleaning up the beach to first make a statement.
Right.
And second, to promote seva, to promote activism, and to do good work for the earth.
Now, this work of seva that you're doing, I mean, I must commend you, but I just want to talk about it a little in detail. We're cleaning up the beach. We're talking about, you know, making offerings to Mother Earth, but at the same time damaging her. Now, why are we saying this? I mean, you do sometimes go Rockaway Beach or some waterfronts and you'll find like pooja items and, you know, the cloth and the coconuts and the murtis. I mean, why is this happening? Why do you think?
I think it's a requirement of Hinduism, actually. I think that we do this because after we finish puja, many Hindus are told that we must dispose of our offerings into the water.
Right.
And so it's only natural that we're going to listen to the leaders and the priests. And they have a point as well. I mean, back in India, this was the custom that we dispose of our offerings in the Ganges because it's the holy waters, the sacred waters. So that's why we do it. And I guess that's what my response would be.
So we're making these offerings, but now, like you said, we're making the offerings, but now it's damaging the earth.
Right.
Now, what can we do, Aminta, to still make our offerings, but still protect the earth? I mean, are there certain things that we should be offering to the water, to the Ganges, and maybe some things that doesn't necessarily have to go into the water? I mean, let's go into that. I mean, you make offerings, right? And I think a lot of people put their things maybe in aluminum foils and they bring it here. They shouldn't be throwing that aluminum foil in the water, right?
Absolutely, absolutely not.
What should our viewers at home or people who are making these offerings do?
Well, I think the first step is education, right? I mean, you're told dispose the items into the waters. The first step is to say, well, which items should you be disposing in the water and which shouldn't you? So you mentioned aluminum foil. That's one that we see float up to the shores all the time. And you'd be surprised if you see how many saris that can be worn. I mean, I think about it sometimes. I think to myself, wow, this sari could be donated to someone who doesn't have clothes. Or, I mean, there are different ways of disposing of these things that don't harm the environment. There's saris, there's styrofoam, there are murtis. Murtis, I once did a beach cleanup and I saw a murti that was broken into pieces. And it broke me to pieces to see that because I'm like, wait, we shouldn't do that. It's just not right. And I mean, it's heartbreaking to me because it's part of, Hinduism is part of who I am as well.
Now, Aminta, with the saris, right?
Sure.
We make the offerings to Mother. We are giving her a sari. But at the same time, you can actually take that sari and give it to maybe someone who needs it. You know, I mean, there are little children, even older women, who are in situations that maybe they would need that sari. That wouldn't be wrong, right?
I don't think it would be wrong. I don't think it would, but I think there's conceptual differences between us. Like we might say, oh, that's we don't think that's wrong. But then another person might be like, oh, I just did puja with this item. I don't feel comfortable giving it to somebody who needs it. This should be disposed of in the water. So it's really, really difficult to figure out the solution to this.
And that's where educating people come in. That's where we need our spiritual leaders to step up and say to people who are doing the pujas and the prayers that, you know what, it's okay, possibly, you know, depending on what the puja is and what their belief is, that if you're offering, you know, a white sari to Mother Sources here, it's okay. Let's give that to a less fortunate mother or a less fortunate person that may need this. Now, I want to touch upon plastic bags. A lot of people have pujas at home and they have plastic bags and they put their flowers and all their puja items into these plastic bags, and what do? They just come and they dump it.
Well, I'm in my other life, in my second life, I'm also, I just took the bar exam, so I'm
Congratulations
soon to be a lawyer.
on that.
But thank you. But so I used to work for the New York City Council, and I was an intern there, and one of the things I proposed was a complete ban of plastic bags. I don't like them. I think they're terrible for the environment, and no one should be disposing of them in the water. charge a little extra for another bag and have people use that in their groceries and in disposing of their materials in the waters. Plastic bags are terrible. They don't just get washed up on shore, but they hurt animals in the water themselves. Animals choke on them. They die from them, and it's just not right. As a Hindu, believing in ahimsa, to me, putting a plastic bag in the water is completely anti-ahimsa.
Right. Well, I have to congratulate you. How many years have you been doing this?
For a while. I mean, I've liked this stuff since I was a really small child. But in terms, Sadhana, which is our group, has been in existence since October of 2011. And so that's when I really got my hands dirty and really started to do this work a lot.
Well, I have to congratulate you because I'm sure a few years ago, if we came right here at this exact same spot, we would have seen lots of saris here, lots of broken murtis, lots of aluminum foil, lots of things that really shouldn't be here. And like you said, these things, ladies and gentlemen, they are killing the fish, right? I mean, fish go after the plastic bags and they think they're food. So I'm really excited. Let's get dirty, let's clean up, and let's see what this place looks like when we're done.
Okay. Thank you, Lakshmi.
Months ago, after my mother's hospitalization, the doctors wanted to put her on hospice. And I'm like, they deemed her terminal. And I saw Mr. Thakur, I think the founder, on TV, and he was advertising this Indian community in Kings Harbor. It's a great Indian community where my mother feels at home and she expresses her happiness to me whenever I come.
I know when I come, I feel happy. I stay a couple days and I see everybody, and I'm so happy.
I brought my mother here like a month and a half ago, and I haven't regretted my decision. It's one of the best decisions I've made for my mother. It's a home away from home.
Elegant Floral Design. We can help you beautify your event. No occasion is too big or too small. We specialize in floral decor and party planning for every event. Please call 718-322-9786. Please use promo code Lakshmi for a discount.
For all your special private and professional occasions, no event is too big or too small. We cover it all. Contact the professional source for all your party or special occasion needs. We have you covered at Star Party Rentals. Call us 516-239-2242. Please mention Let's Talk with Lakshmi for discount pricing.
Day? Well, the most important thing is capturing that special moment. No matter what the occasion is, big or small, Digital Photo by Buddy can capture it all. For all of your memorable events, whether it is a wedding, graduation, anniversary, sweet 16, pooja, baby shower, or not Buddy will do it all. Just call Buddy at 917-741-9876. Digital photo by Buddy, capturing your memories. Please mention you saw this ad on Let's Talk with Lakshmi.
Sati, what'd you find there? Tell me, what is that? Who is that you found?
Ganesha.
And where did you find him?
Lying down.
And where are you right now?
Where he was.
Are you at the beach cleaning up? Okay.
Oh, well, we're cleaning up the beach, and we found a Ganesha.
And how was he? Face down?
Satya,
And he was lying down.
where was his face?
Right here. Right here. Oh my God. Please don't do this to Lord Ganesh.
Viewers, we just finished cleaning up with Sadhana at Du Bois Point, Jamaica Bay, and now I'm here with Rohan Narine, who is one of the co-founders of Sadhana. So, Rohan, excellent job getting all the youths out here to help clean up. How do you feel about the cleanup today?
First of all, I want to say thank you, Lakshmi, for having me on your show. It's a great, great pleasure. You actually spanned the globe. In regards to the beach cleanup, I think everything went very, very well. This part of the bay actually wasn't filled with so much debris from pujas. It had some. We actually found a flag, I heard, that inside was a Ganesha Murti.
Right.
But there was also a lot of things from the city that they leave behind when they redo the roads. They leave some of the bitumen and the pavement there, so we had to take care of that. The bugs came out, so there were a lot of mosquitoes, I think we can see on our arms.
I know, we've gotten like eaten up with this little sacrifice that we did here.
Right, so it wasn't just seva, it was also some sacrifice involved. But overall, I think this is something that the Indo-Caribbean Hindu community needs to continue to do, regardless if it's just the youth or if it's just a certain segment of the mandirs. Gradually, the more you publicize it, the more sadhana does its work, it'll spread. And this can only really benefit the Indo-Caribbeans and then on a larger scale benefit New York City.
So I know the beach cleanup, as far as the Hindu community is concerned, started with Trimurti Mandir, which you are a member
One of
there.
them, yes.
And now you started Sadhana, and now you've branched out with Sadhana, but you want to incorporate the youths with
Correct.
cleaning up.
Correct.
So why did you decide that you want to incorporate the youths in this beach cleanup program?
Well, a little bit of history that it was actually Bhawani Maa Mandir and Sri Trimurti Bhawan, and there were a couple of other temples that decided to get together to do this. The reason why we want to get the youth involved is to let them know from a young age that it's not just about going to school, getting a job, making money, and then being in a very insular place. We want them, having a beach cleanup with the youth allows them to meet other youth, it allows them to see the benefit of doing something just out of the goodness of your heart, and it also lets them know this is something they can continue to pass on to their kids as well.
So what is the future goal? What is the goal? What is the mission of Sadhana as far as the beach cleanup? What would you like to see, let's say, by next year with this program?
By next year, I think that, you mentioned this as well when we spoke to the Rockaway Waterfront Alliance, is to get a specific section of the beach just for our devotees of the Hindu faith to make their offerings in an environmental way. And there would be instructions there at this little piece that we would have either through adopting a piece of the waterfront to make sure that we do have the privacy and the right by law to leave our offerings, and that we as informed and educated Hindus through sadhana, through your show, through Bhawani Maa Mandir, through Sri Trimurti Bhawan can make this an effort where we do this safely and cleanly. We're not prosecuted, we're not fined, and I think that's the real goal here, to make sure that we can worship, New York City understands what we're doing, and we can have that continue.
Right. Now, I just want to commend you, Aminta, the entire Sadhana Foundation for all of the great work you've been doing in the community, as well as this beach cleanup.
2 months ago, after my mother's hospitalization, the doctors wanted to put her in hospice. And I'm like, they deemed her terminal. And I saw Mr. Thakur, I think the founder, on TV, and he was advertising this Indian community in Kings Harbor. It's a great Indian community where my mother feels at home, and she expresses her happiness to me whenever I come.
I know when I come I feel happy. I stay couple and I see everybody, and I'm so happy.
I brought my mother here like a month and a half ago, and I haven't regretted my decision. It's one of the best decisions I've made for my mother. It's a home away from home.
Namaste. Welcome to the East Indian Music Academy. If you'd like to find out more information about the music school, you can visit us on the website www.eima.us. For further information, you can also call 718-738-7836. I hope to see you soon.
Elegant floral design. We can help you beautify your event. No occasion is too big or too small. We specialize in floral decor and party planning for every event. Please call 718-322-9786. Please use promo code Lakshmi for a discount.
Getting ready to plan that special day? Well, the most important thing is capturing that special moment. No matter what the occasion is, big or small, digital photo by Buddy can capture it all. For all of your memorable events, whether it is a wedding, graduation, anniversary, sweet 16, pooja, baby shower, or 9-day, Buddy will do it all. Just call Buddy at 917-741-9876. Digital photo by Buddy, capturing your memories. Please mention you saw this ad on Let's Talk with Lakshmi.
In the Queens, New York area, Hindus flock to the Rockaways to make their offerings in the channel. The vast expanse of the Rockaways is home to Jamaica Bay and the North Channel. The channel offers a picturesque view of Manhattan in the distance. On any given day, families park their vehicles at the water's edge to admire the scenery or to simply de-stress. Jamaica Bay surrounds the Gateway National Recreation Area, a preserve containing a wildlife refuge known for its biodiversity. One of the acts on the to-do list of the devotee is that puja items should be offered in the waters of the channel to ensure the river's acceptance and their own personal purification. But depositing puja items in the waters of the channel has begun to attract the attention of authorities. The response has not exactly been pleasant.
First of all, I would really love for folks in the viewing audience to know that this is a national park here, right at this site here today. Jamaica Bay is part of Gateway National Recreation Area, which is one of over 391 sites throughout the nation that have been set aside because they are considered national treasures. But as you can see right now, the bay is experiencing tremendous environmental problems.
Offerings include flags, bamboo sticks, earthen lamps, flowers, icons, uncooked rice, dyes, photographs, copper pans, and an assortment of other ingredients. Many of these ritual items are not rapidly biodegradable and are detrimental to aquatic species, vegetation, and the natural chemistry of the water. This poses a serious environmental threat. Many Hindus are now working arduously to eradicate the negative views of Hinduism based on ecologically destructive habits linked to rituals.
First impression I got was sheer disgust at seeing how our Hindu people are thinking that they are doing something religious. And I view this, if you can just point the camera to this stuff here. I think this is not religious, it becomes literally sacrilegious.
While some are writing papers and directing films on the topic, others are physically picking up floatables and items left on the banks of beaches. Hoping to prevent further conflict, the Hindu Federation of Mandirs, based in Queens, New York, spearheaded a major cleanup campaign. More than a half of these volunteers included youths from the Sri Trimurti Bhavan, a temple in Queens known for empowering young children and promoting cultural identity. The volunteers started their commendable mission at the break of dawn, and by the time they left, had collected more than 100 bags of garbage. The Federation of Hindu Mandirs is working with members of the National Park Reserve and the hundreds of thousands of Hindus in New York to find an environmentally friendly and spiritually acceptable solution. Community activists and priests understand that education is key, and many are working ardently to prevent environmental degradation. Pandit Chinowal Narine, prominent priest from Queens, New York, recently commented, "Hinduism has always advocated the protection of the environment and the accord between man and Mother Nature, especially when it comes to living a spiritual life, which we believe should not be at the expense of her endangerment, but rather in conformity with her laws. There does not have to be a conflict between Hindu ritual practices and environmental protection." Many Hindus who were once reluctant to change their deeply rooted practices are now aware of the consequences of depositing non-biodegradable material into the waterways of the world. In the case of the Ganges, the dumping of toxic waste has been dramatically reduced. In the case of New York City, a plausible solution still needs to be found, whereby the Hindu faithfuls can safely continue their religious practices. For now, it's just another day, another sunset, and the cool and refreshing waters of Mother Ganga.
पानी रे पानी तेरा रंग कैसा, पानी रे पानी तेरा रंग कैसा,
जिसमें मिला दो लागे उस जैसा,
पानी रे पानी तेरा रंग कैसा,
जिसमें मिला दो लागे उस जैसा,
पानी रे पानी
this week's episode of Let's Talk with Lakshmi, where we joined up with the Sadhana Foundation, where we went to go clean up Jamaica Bay. These are just some of the kids who still stayed back. And did you guys have fun today cleaning up the beach?
Yes.
All right, viewers. Well, remember, perform seva, perform ahimsa, and keep our beaches clean, keep our world clean, keep our earth clean. It's very, very important. Again, I want to commend Sadhana for all of the great work that they are doing. And hopefully, what do you guys think? Next time we go to the beach, we won't see any garbage, right? What do you guys think? We want clean beaches? Can we say we want clean beaches?
We want clean beaches.
Let's say it loud in the camera. We want clean beaches.
We want clean beaches.
All right, guys. So remember, speak to fellow Hindus, fellow members of temples, and let them know the importance of cleaning up the beaches and keeping them clean. No one is saying do not perform your rituals and your pujas, but know exactly how to clean up and what exactly we can offer to the water and what we can't. I'll see you guys all next week, same time, same place. It's a date.
Let's talk.